You're getting to know these intrepid adventurers then. Alex and his little brother Brad, trying to swim with the big fish. Both seem out of their depth. And Julia, the love of Alex's life, and he the love of hers. What about Conrad? A bold fellow, you might say. Or maybe you'd say arrogant. And then there's Captain Fliss, strong, forthright, stubborn. She appears somewhat immune to Conrad's charms, so far at least. Let me reassure you, you help them to make some decisions they'll value later on. You're doing well.
Obrigado.
Thank you. Você está indo bem. Claro, já casei até. Tá ótimo. Dá d'água. Depois de um tubarão vir pra cima, quase morrerem no meio de um cano, mas tá ótimo.
Nada mais romântico.
Uma enguia sair do nada de dentro de um corpo.
Tá, bem que minha parte não teve susto.
É, o meu também é, mas não sei. O Guaxinim é o Brad e eu sou a Julia.
Where did you hide the ring? A lady never tells.
Well, needless to say, this lady was impressed.
Well,
Quem que é Brad?
Acho que esse é eu.
Wasn't Conrad gonna get us some more
É Joe.
beers after he helped Fliss?
Maybe he decided, hey, I'll drink some, and then he got drunk. And since he was drunk, he forgot to bring it to us. And he just kept on drinking, and he drank all of it.
Sounds like you've had some experience with this kind of phenomenon.
Yeah, I've been studying it for years.
I'll go look for him.
Oh, we found a bullet lodged in the plane.
Huh.
I left it below deck if you want to check it out.
Quero, não sei o que significa.
So, how does it feel to soon be known as the Mrs. Julia Smith?
Honestly, I wasn't sure how it would feel, but now that I hear it, it does have a nice ring.
So, I guess we should talk about wedding plans. Eventually.
Now you're speaking my language.
Been taking lessons.
Yeah, I can't wait for us to plan everything together.
I was so worried you might say no.
Of course I was gonna say yes, you dimwit.
I'm happy you did. The second you said yes, I could see our whole future rolling out ahead of us.
Nossa, eu não vou zoar o cara. Ai, mano, muita comédia.
Where did everyone go? There was much
Ele falou assim, eu vi todo o nosso futuro depois que você disse sim. Aí apareceu a resposta. Eu te amo, ou se não, pra quê? Pra você pisar tudo em mim?
Got distracted.
Let's go get him.
Sure. So, which one is,
Poxa, fui eu que te... que eu...
you know, where the magic happens?
Nossa senhora, velho.
On behalf of my family, I'd like to apologize for my brother acting like a horny fifth grader.
It's okay. I can deal with children.
Conrad, beers, where are they?
Oh, yeah, the beers. I was just getting them now.
All right, now that everybody's here, let's take a look at the navigator's pad we found. Maybe we can figure out why the plane was out here.
Where'd you put it?
It's in your case.
Okay, I'll go get it.
Puta, não vi a bala.
You got the nav pad, Dive Master J?
Oh, no, not yet.
Ah, eu tenho que pegar o negócio.
So, how's it feel to be a man post-proposal? Relieving, honestly. Been carrying that around for a while. Why'd you do it on the dime? I wanted it to be memorable. Just not that memorable.
I have to hand it to you. Popping the question on the bottom of the ocean like that is pretty romantic.
Ah, a menina achou romântica.
Ah, não tava lá pra vender. Opa, volta.
This what you were talking about? I'm sorry I kept it to myself. I shouldn't have. I get it. Loose lips sink ships. That's a weird metaphor to use while we're on a boat. In World War II, there was this poster that said you had to watch what you say because anyone could be a spy.
Did you really think I thought you were spying for Julia?
Keep your enemies closer.
Oh my god, stop.
Meu Deus, parem.
So,
Hmm?
we're going again tomorrow?
Não, a conversa aqui tá horrível.
Yeah. It seemed a little too dangerous for my blood.
Don't sweat it.
Será que tem que descer ali pra pegar alguma coisa?
I'm gonna go find Julia.
Ó, o Alex vai te procurar.
Hey, almost time for barbecuing. Got the pad yet?
Sorry, I got distracted.
No worries. Let's go get it. Got it. Let's go up. Come here, you vixen.
Meu Deus, ó.
Easy, Tiger. We should get back. Right here.
Eu não tô entendendo nada desses diálogos.
Também não.
Antes vocês querem chegar, caralho.
Ai, ai.
You'll get no resistance there. All right, everyone. Check it out.
Yes.
Manchurian gold. Who wants to find some sunken treasure? So what do you think, Captain? Coordinates?
Those are coordinates, all right.
Maybe the plane's destination?
You think we could get there by tomorrow?
It takes a couple hours if the weather stays steady.
Wow. You find anything else?
There was a flight plan on board that seemed to indicate it was a rescue plane.
Yeah, that makes sense. After the war, they turned long-range bombers into rescue planes.
And then this plane must have been shot down because it was riddled with bullet holes. I found one lodged in the fuselage.
Huh.
And it was full of life rafts. Must have gotten shot down before they could deliver all the rafts. There was only one missing.
From the photos Alex took, you can see the flight badge on one of the corpses. That means the crew was from the Conwin Island, smack dab in the middle of the Pacific Theater. Called it.
Reckless, all of you.
Excuse me?
I told you to leave everything down there alone.
Oh, come on. We've been through this already.
I'm not talking about the law.
Then what? Superstition? Is that it? Really?
The dead don't sleep well in these waters. May sound silly enough to you all, but I was raised on this shit, and it stinks.
You're right. We should have been more careful. That's not me, I'm sorry.
Okay, maybe. I don't know you. Should have never gone down to that plane in the first place. It's bad luck. You think you can scavenge down there and it makes no difference, but every single thing you bring back has an essence. It's like a ghost you invite to the surface.
Here we go.
Huh. I never thought about it like that.
You never think about much of anything.
Well, maybe I never heard about such cool ghost stories.
They're not cool ghost stories. Not like for fun. People drown in these waters and you have to respect their resting place.
Damn straight. Brad, you got a fun ghost story, right?
Meu Deus.
Yeah, sure, but, you know, nothing like what Fliss is talking about.
Puta, não importa que você escolhe, só piora.
Let's hear it. I bet you can spin a good yarn.
It's kind of messed up, actually.
Scare away, little bro.
Okay, here goes. This story is true. It had happened right near here, in an old lighthouse.
Classic setup.
Wait, true story? Where'd you hear this?
If you need to know, it's ripped right from the rotting pages of the terrifying ancient in-flight magazine I was perusing on our way here. The lighthouse stood atop an atoll, isolated from the rest of the world, a lone beacon in the night, a sailor's respite. The lighthouse keeper would hear the waves pounding the rocky shore. One misty morning, he comes upon a woman, covered in blood. She's stumbling down the beach. He hurries to her aid, and she falls into his arms, sobbing. As he hurries her back to the lighthouse, he asks where she's from.
He doesn't waste any time. Smooth.
He of the one-track mind.
The woman answers, I live here, in the lighthouse. My parents are upstairs right now.
Twist.
Of course, the lighthouse keeper says, that isn't so. Of course, he's lived there alone for years. and the woman becomes hysterical and insists her parents are upstairs. So, they go to the top of the lighthouse, and there, splayed out on the floor, is a man and a woman brutally murdered with an axe.
Always an
Eita.
axe. I mean, do people even use axes anymore?
Usa, cara.
I'm just reporting the facts, cliches and all. Chopped up into little tiny giblets with an axe.
So gross.
Okay, so who did it?
So, the woman, she's still hysterical, says her husband did it. And he's still here. In the closet.
Huh. The husband, eh? So is this a warning to all future brides?
Hey,
Oh,
you're locked in.
So the lighthouse keeper creeps over to the closet, opens the door, and sure enough, there's a man inside. He's cut his own throat. Horrified, he looks closer to see the dead man's face in the dark.
Contos da cripta.
Closer.
então, eu tô confuso, porque eu tive que fazer umas escolhas aqui, agora eu já não sei se é
Eu
real ou
também,
não.
é.
Eyes bulge out and screams.
Tá, porra, filha da puta.
Super twist.
Nice.
Contos da cripta.
Nice one, Squire.
Oh,
Bem
come
eu.
on, that wasn't scary.
Tá bom, então.
Okay, you've all had your fun.
Sem graça.
Drop your name. There's some other people waiting.
No, because according to standard
É bem eu, né?
we're all
Foi assustadora.
What regulations are these?
standard issue regulatory institutional protocol subdivision 1099.
Uh-huh. Where'd you read that?
The internet.
Oh, so you found a website that tells you to drink beer under every circumstance.
I'm just following orders, ma'am.
I'm into this website.
10-4, good buddy.
And I'm out.
Eita. Os piratas.
Ia.